Hey mama, I am so glad that you clicked on this episode and you're joining me here today because this has been one of my favorite episodes to share to this state. I am giving you one of my best top secrets of how I add more energy into my everyday life. I'm actually taking a module, a section of my online course, the Energized Mama Method, and I'm bringing it here to you today for free. It has helped transform not only my own life, but so many clients that I wanted to teach you guys this one secret that truly can help you not just feel more energetic, but also give you the freedom to pursue your purpose and your passions, and to ultimately, mama, help you feel more fully alive in your everyday life. And yes, even with kids. So I hope you're ready. Go ahead and take out your favorite journal or flip open the notes on your phone because you're going to want to take notes on this one. I'm so excited to dive in with you. Let's do this. Hey mama, welcome to the Energized Mama podcast, the podcast designed exclusively for moms navigating the challenging yet pivotal years of parenting children aged 5 and under. Are you longing to raise good, godly kids, all while preserving your own well-being and energy? Do you find yourself thinking, how can I keep up with my little ones? Or how can I raise them to be loving and godly? I'm Cheyanne, and I've walked exactly in your shoes. Honestly, on some days, I'm still there. I know what it's like to face the daily demands of motherhood and wish for more energy to be the loving, godly mom I aspire to be. I've been there with a strong-willed toddler and a desire to balance being a devoted wife, a mom, a stepmom, and an entrepreneur. I'm here to tell you that it is possible to raise your children with strong values and boundless love, all while nurturing your own energy and well-being. In this podcast, you'll find valuable insights on managing your time and boosting your vitality. You'll gain practical tips for disciplining your children with grace and wisdom. And you'll join me in the journey of raising your kids to be good, godly individuals. My mission is to help you thrive as a mom while experiencing the joy of watching your children grow in faith and character. We'll explore how you can maintain your energy because the most godly, loving mom is the one who takes care of herself too. So go ahead, mama, grab those headphones, pour yourself that refreshing green smoothie, and get ready to be #momspired because rest assured, you're no longer alone on this incredible journey of motherhood.
Hi, Mama. You're beautiful.
So when mamas come to me and ask me one of two questions, either, Cheyanne, oh my gosh, girl, like you are so energetic. Like, how do you stay so energetic? Or two, how can we have a piece of that, right? Like, how can we be as energetic as you are? We want more energy in our lives. Well, I help them take a step back and slow down and focus on one word in those questions that jumped out at me. And I'm wondering if it jumped out at you here today. What was that word? The word more, right? We hear this in our culture, in our society all the time, and it puts so much pressure on us, especially in our motherhood journeys. My kids need to be in more activities. My kids need to eat more vegetables. My kids need to get more sleep. I need to get more sleep, right? More. And that's often what we feel when we feel overwhelmed, when we feel exhausted. We tend to go towards that approach. How can I have more energy? Right? And often we try to go at it from an approach of what more can I add on my plate? What can I take more of? What can I do more of to gain that energy that I need just to honestly survive some days, right? Let alone thrive in my life. Well, my secret, and this is the exact approach that I learned that when I was an overwhelmed new mom and I had no idea how to keep up with everything, how to juggle all the things, that I ended up learning the hard way. And now I break it down for my clients and you as well, because this is truly a foundational step that will transform not just the energy that you feel in your life, but the rest of your life as well. You want to look at it almost like a building, okay? Is that this is the foundation. And once you get this straightened out and taken care of, you can build something on this strong foundation and build a strong, fortified tower, okay? So what the key is in my approach is you don't want to think about adding more to your life. You actually want to think about the things that you need to take away, that you need to take out of your life. Let me give you guys another visual example. I'm a visual learner. So those of you that are visual or audio learners, I'm sure today is going to be very, very helpful. But those of you that need to read and see and take it all in, please go to the show notes because you'll get some more written down information there. So I want you guys to imagine a boat, right? This beautiful boat out in the middle of the ocean, no land to be seen anywhere. And I want you to picture yourself in this boat. You're all by yourself. And instead of sitting back and enjoying the breeze and the sunshine, you are sweating. You are squatting, you're sweating, you're stressing because you've got this bucket in your hand and all you're doing out in this beautiful ocean is you are trying to bail water out of your boat. Your boat is in peril. Your boat is sinking like the Titanic, mama, and all you can do is just pick up this bucket and try to continue bailing water out as fast as you can. But what's the problem here? Because water's not getting in your boat from the waves crashing over the sides, your water is actually coming in through the holes in your boat. And this is often what we do in our motherhood journey and just in our everyday life of a woman. We often try to just keep up with our lives and bail this water out of our boat, not realizing that we're actually not addressing the problem. We're more addressing the symptoms. And so first, mamas, I want to challenge you. The first step, if you want more energy in your life, you need to first plug the holes, right? And what are holes? What are holes in your boat? Well, a simple way to look at it is anything that drains you, okay? Anything that sucks energy out of you. And it can even be like stress. There's good stress and there's bad stress, right? So same thing. There are drains that are going to look like good things, but they still drain you. For some moms, it's sometimes just too many activities, whether it's their kids' schedules or maybe you're a mama that's out there that's volunteering or serving at church, at your kids' preschool, for your kids' band program, for your kids' sport. You're overwhelmed with activities. Sometimes it's cooking daily, always trying to keep up with everybody's food preferences and making sure everyone's eating healthy and having this meal on the table by the end of the day. For some moms, it's keeping up with the household chores, right? Keeping up with the laundry every single day that just seems to pile up, not to mention the baseboards that probably need to be cleaned and the tubs that need to be scrubbed and the painting that needs to be done in the house. And for some other mamas, it's mother-in-laws. Let's just be honest. Sometimes our family members, whatever side of the family they're on, can be really draining to us. And then I think all of us can kind of relate to this one. Sometimes we literally just have too many tabs open. This can come in the form of on our devices or even in our mind, but we just have too many things open and too many people getting access to us. So what do you do? What do you do when you discover, okay, I've got these drains, I see what Shai's saying, but now what do I do, right? What do I do? Well, the first step is you need to write down your own drains. I know that I've given you some insight, I gave you some ideas, but I really want to encourage you that when this episode is done, again, take out a pen and paper or open your notes section on your phone and start to just write down everything. Now, this is one of those exercises you do not want to edit. You do not want to think too much. You just want to kind of have it be a brain dump, and just put everything that drains you. And I'm sure that once you see this visual representation, it's going to be no wonder you feel so exhausted and literally drained, right? But the positive side is now that you've owned it, now that you see it, you can claim it and own it. Now you can see, okay, so these are all my drains. And now that you see these drains, now it's going to be about plugging them. And that's what I do, the deeper approach of how do you actually plug these drains. Because of course, there's some things that in every season, you can't always just plug right away. Sometimes things are more long-term. Sometimes things are out of your control. Some things are in your control. And that's why I go in the deeper approach in my course to help every mom with her own personalized drains and actually figure out what can you plug right away? What can you plug later? What's a temporary solution? What's a long-term solution? And how do you slowly get there? Because once we now are plugged, right? Now, once your boat is staying afloat without you having to bail out the water all the time, the next step on that journey, that's when you want to start discussing more. Meaning, okay, so your boat's floating. Well, how does it get to where it wants to go? Because you don't want to just be a floating boat on the ocean, right? You actually want to go somewhere. I'm sure each of you have your own desires and hearts and passions for how you want to navigate your motherhood, what direction you want to send your children off to, what passions, what drives you outside of your motherhood, what business ventures do you want to take on, what volunteer opportunities do you do? Well, you can't do that when you don't have the right fuel setting you off on your destination, right? So again, that is going to be when I talk about on the next episode when I break down you are now floating, but now what is the right fuel for you? What do you put in your boat to make you go in the direction that you want to go? And I hope you guys come back for that next episode. Please feel free, if this blessed you, to go ahead and share this episode. What really, really, really blesses me and this podcast is if you would go ahead and write me a quick review. That way my podcast gets bumped up, more moms get served, more moms get this value, and then we all can grow together, right? I'm so thankful for you. Thank you for listening. If you guys are interested working together or more about my course, I do have those notes and the links down in the show notes below. And if you have any questions, you can always reach out to me. Also in the show notes is my email and my social media, so we can chat more about your dreams and how we can plug them together. I'm so proud of each and every one of you for just pressing play today, investing some time with me, and I will see you guys on a future episode of the Energized Mama podcast.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget, please, my real. Hi, Mama. You're beautiful.